Yeah.
All of that and all.
Welcome back. It is 8:13. A jury finds Richard Allen guilty on all counts for the murders of Abby Williams and Libby German. Deliberations began Thursday and jurors read their verdict about 2:30 yesterday. Allen now convicted on those 2 counts of felony murder and 2 counts of murder. Family and friends of Abby and Libby cried in the courtroom as the verdict was read. And over on the trail leading to the Monon High Bridge, a memorial honoring the girls built over the past nearly 8 years since their deaths. This morning, we're talking about the verdict and more, and the reaction, what's next. Prosecutor Lance Hamner is here, more with a legal perspective. We really appreciate you as always.
You bet.
To get that. I wanted to first just ask you your reaction and what was maybe one of the biggest takeaways for you.
Well, this is a case, because the jury was out for 19 hours, you knew that they were talking a lot back in that jury room, that they didn't just walk in there and go, it's open and shut, it's easy. They were considering this for a long, long time. It's obvious that they listened to all the arguments, that they've considered all the evidence, and that they were taking their job seriously.
Yeah, let's talk about the evidence. You know, you have those that obviously believe very strongly in Richard Allen's guilt. Then you have a group of people really that have taken over social media, YouTubers that they've accused police of misconduct. They've accused them even at times of hurting the girls. What is it when it comes to the evidence that you heard, that you felt, because we can't hear from the jurors yet because of the gag order.
Yeah.
What do you think was maybe the strongest pieces of evidence?
I think what the jury considered most strongly was the fact that there were a number of confessions, more than 60 confessions, or at least admissions. And the things that that this defendant was talking about was consistent with the physical evidence. There wasn't a lot of physical evidence, but to the extent that there was circumstantial evidence, it fit with the confession, and I think they considered that.
Yeah.
But when you look at, they talked about it for 19 hours. That tells you that they didn't just walk back there and go, does everybody think he's guilty? Yes, let's leave. They were talking about it for a long time. It's obvious that they listened to both the defense and the prosecution.
I'm not criticizing the judge, but just bringing up this question that we've had a lot of people say, why is the gag order still in place now that she's the one that will be doing sentencing? She knows everything about it. Why not now give the families a chance to voice kind of their feelings? Do you feel like that is uncommon for the gag order to still be in place until sentencing? How do you feel about that part of this case as well? Is it something that you
I think it is. I think it's very uncommon. I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
I was a judge for 13 years. I don't think I ever did anything like that. But it's hard to say what's going on behind the scenes. But I do think it's very unusual.
Yeah, also the public access. I know that you are very open. You talk about cases with us because you think that's important. What do you think goes into the minds of having different philosophies on keeping something so private, not allowing you know, access to certain things? What, as a judge for you, kind of made you decide on when to let more people in or out and to kind of put gag orders on things as far as that goes?
I think it's a good thing for the public to know what's going on in the courtroom. I think it's a good thing for the public to know what's going on with every case, because the public's confidence in the system is extremely important.
Yeah.
So the more openness you can infuse into a situation, I think is beneficial for the public.
We're almost out of time, but the appeals process, we already know that they will appeal this. Do you feel like there is any case to appeal, and how do you think that will go?
There will be a lot of things to appeal. Anytime a judge keeps any evidence out or admits evidence that somebody thinks shouldn't have been admitted, those issues are preserved in the record so that it can be brought up to the Court of Appeals. And I think the attorneys for the defense were very good about keeping the record clean so that they can make these arguments. So I'm sure they're going to bring up a lot of issues.
Okay, well, wait to see what happens in the years to come. And again, December 20th at 9 a.m., we'll find out.
We'll find out what happened.
Right? Thank you
Yep.
so much. We
You're
appreciate
welcome.
you. 8:17 right now. And Jim